forestry or lower standard certificate in forestry and will return to Assam to join duty. Those students who are awarded higher standard certificate in forestry will be appointed as forest ranger in the scale of pay admissible to forest rangers. Those who are awarded lower standard certificate in February will be appointed as deputy ranger in the scale of pay admissible to deputy ranger. That means those who are higher on merit, they alone will be appointed as ranger and the others will be deputy ranger. The idea is, my lord, therefore, when the question of joining the substantive post comes, there is a rider. Now, without overcoming that rider, one cannot claim seniority merely because his name is above in the APSC list. That's the case. Then, my lord, will kindly come to page number 36. That's the select list published by APSC. Now, kindly see, my lord, serial number 2 is one of the petitioner whom my learned friend represent. And serial number 7 is another. 6 is another, Shahadat Ali, whom my learned friend represent. It is a fact, in the APSC list, their names are above us. As far as petitioners whom we represent are serial number 11, Ashok Kumar Dev Chaudhary. He is P1. Then, my lord, serial number 14, Mustafa Ali Ahmed is P3 at page 36.
Yes.
Serial number 11, Ashok Kumar Dev Chaudhary is P1. Serial number 14, Mustafa Ali Ahmed is P3. Serial number 17, Konak Boyso is P4. Then, my lord, in next page, serial 31, Dibakar Das, P2. It's an admitted position. Vacancies were notified to be 18, but APSC came up with a list of 44. Then, my lord, will kindly come to the next page. This is the appointment order. Pending finalization of the draft service rule, the Governor of Assam is pleased to appoint the following trainee officers who are undergoing Rangers course training at East Forest Rangers College, Karsiong, temporarily against the existing vacant post in minimum time scale of pay of rupees so and so, so and so. The appointment on regular basis will be issued on successful completion of their training, failing which they will be liable to be discharged from service as per government OM dated so and so. The period of training will be on probation and on production of certificate of successful completion of requisite examination. The fixation of seniority will be determined as per the order of merit in the final examination of the Eastern Forest Rangers College. So seniority will be fixed based on the merit list to be prepared by the training college. So, my lord, APSC is not decisive. Here, my lord, will kindly see serial number 3 is petitioner number 4. Then serial number 5 is, my lord, Ukhal Kumar Deka. That is, in my case, is the respondent number 6. And in the other case is petitioner number 1. Serial number 9, Shahadat Ali. He is respondent number 7 and one of the petitioner whom my learned friend represent. And serial number 13, Dibakar Das, is petitioner number 2.
From
the first,
your writ petition.
Yes. Petitioner number 2. Serial number 3 is petitioner number 4. And serial number 13 is, my lord, petitioner number 2. And this is how the advertised 18 vacancies were filled up. Then at page number 42, my lord.
So there are 4 petitioners in your petition.
Yes. Their appointments are subsequent. I am coming to that, my lord. So by this order at page number 38, 2 petitioners were appointed because originally 18 vacancies were there, my lord. So 18 posts were filled up. Then, my lord, will kindly come to page number yes. Now, my lord will kindly come to page number 44. Page 43.
Hmm.
This is 28th of November 89. After about 5 months. Pending finalization of the draft service rule, the governor of Assam is pleased to appoint the following trainee officers who are undergoing Rangers course training at Northeast so-and-so temporarily against existing vacant post in the minimum pay scale of so-and-so. The appointment on regular basis will be issued on successful completion of their training, failing which they will be liable to be discharged from service as per OM dated 13/5/87. The period of training will be on provision and on production of certificate of on successful completion of the requisite examination. The fixation of seniority will be determined as per the order of merit in the final examination of the Northeast Rangers College. Ashok Dev Chaudhary is petitioner number 1, serial number 1, and serial number 3, Mustafa Ali Ahmed is petitioner number 3. There they would like to say, my lord, that we were appointed beyond 18. That's their case. I'll deal with that. So now my lord will kindly come to page number 42 for a moment. No, sorry. No, page 43, my lord. I'm sorry, sir, once again. Sorry. Now, my lord, kindly come to page number 50. That's the result of the training. Final order of merit. Kindly see, my lord, Dibakar Das, that is petitioner number 2, he secured 70.70 marks. Serial number 3, Ashok Dev Chaudhary, petitioner number 1, he secured 67.12. Similarly, my lord, serial number 25, Konak Boisya, petitioner number 4, he secured 65.50 marks. He is P4. Then serial 22, Mustafa Ali Ahmed, P3. He secured 63.06. So Dibakar Das, Ashok Dev Chaudhary, Konak Boisya, Mustafa Ali Ahmed. So they were already appointed. Now the question of, my lord, determining the seniority is left. Now that is done based on this reason. Now kindly come to serial number 3 from bottom, my lord. Sahadat Ali, petitioner number 4. He secured only 59.48. Of course, this gentleman has retired by now, my lord. And please come to the next page. Serial number 6, 3 from bottom. Kukhol Deka. That's the respondent number 6 in my petition, and petitioner in their case 52.46. He failed in 3 papers: forestry, utilization, wildlife. Not to speak of, ranger, he is supposed to be appointed as deputy ranger as per the advertisement and the appointment order.
So while fixing the seniority, they followed this
Yes.
order.
Yes.
But their case is that
It should be done as per
first
APSC.
18 should come first.
Yes.
And
Now, my lord, there were some difference of opinion in the department also that I'll place now. So factually, my lord, APSC lists their name are above. In the training, our name is above. And ever since, my lord, the rangers were appointed, always seniority was fixed based on, the marks obtained in the
and your
training.
clients, did they come through APSC?
Yes, all
They
have
also
come.
come.
Yes, everybody has come.
Okay.
Yes. Now, my lord, though there is no recruitment rule, there is a executive instruction, my lord. Kindly have a look at this. Please come to the next page. This is, my lord, the Assam Forest Manual, Volume 2. Kindly see next page. There is a heading Appointments. Now, please skip over to the next page, page 13, Rangers. On top, my lord.
Yes.
Ranger conservator may appoint the following to the class of rangers. Candidates who have obtained honors or higher standard certificate after 2-year training at Forest College, Dehradun. At the relevant point of time, there is only one forest college in India, that was in Dehradun. Subsequently, there was one in Karshiang. Now we have our Jalukbari, we have our own. B. Deputy rangers who have obtained lower standard certificate at Forest College and who have rendered not less than so and so. So, there is a clear-cut executive instruction laying down the procedure how rangers are to be appointed. So, this is nothing new. All throughout, this is being followed. So, the same stipulation, Lordship finds place in the advertisement. So, once they know the advertisement, can they now turn around and make all these arguments? To be precise on this point, my lord, I'll place one Supreme Court judgment where this issue has been settled. My lord will kindly come to 2010 4 SCC 301. (2010) 4 SCC 301. Oh, anybody?
Yes.
My lord will kindly come to page 305. The facts. K.S. Radhakrishnan J. Leave granted. The controversy in this case is with regard to the inter-state seniority between two batches of direct recruit forest rangers, 79-81 batch non-graduates and 80-81 batch graduates of the subordinate forest service of the state of Gujarat and their further promotion to the post of assistant conservator of forest. The recruitment to the post of ranger in subordinate forest service is governed by Ranger Subordinate Forest Service Recruitment Rule 69, in short 1969 rule, which were framed by the government of Gujarat in exercise of its power conferred under proviso to Article 309 of the Constitution. Then Lordship may kindly come to para 4. Rule 10 states that the finally selected candidate have to undergo ranger course, which reads as follows. Candidates finally selected will be required to undergo training for rangers course at Northeastern College, Dehradun, or Southern Forest College, Coimbatore for a period of 2 years. Rule 11 says that state government would bear the cost for the training and that during the period of training, the candidate shall receive stipend, emolument and other allowances, if any, as fixed by the government from time to time. Rule 13 deals with the appointment, which reads as follows. On successful completion of training course from Rangers course, candidates shall be appointed as ranger if he passes with higher standard certificate as a forester and if he passes with a lower standard certificate. And as a forester, if he passes with lower standard certificate. So, my lord, more or less uniform all throughout the country. Here it was a case where there was a rule. In our case, we may call it there is an executive instruction in the form of Assam Forest Manual.
No, correct. But on those things, there is no contest.
Yes.
Only contest, as I understand, is that their case is that these beyond 18,
I'll
they
place.
come in illegal.
I'll come to that, my lord. Let me place the judgment, then I'll come to that point.
Yes.
Then my lord will kindly come to para 36. The Undersecretary of the Forest and Environment Department had, however, put up a note on 29/9/93, evidently under pressure from the candidate of 79/81 batch, misinterpreting Rule 14 of the 1961 rules, stating that candidates of 79/81 batch should be placed above the candidate of 80/81 batch. Rule 14 of the 69 rule determines the inter-state seniority of the candidates of a particular batch and does not determine inter-state seniority between two batches, whose educational qualification, years of training, and date of joining, etc. differ. Rule 49 of the 69 rule and Rule 22 of the 74 rule also further re-emphasize that fact. The note put up by Undersecretary on 29/9/93 is therefore contrary to Rule 14 of the 69 rules and Rule 22 of the 1974 rules. The 69, 74, and 79 rule clearly stipulated how seniority has to be reckoned. Rule 14 of the 69 rule and Rule 22 of the 74 rule are in perimeteria, which state seniority of rangers shall be governed by their respective rank in the final examination of the Rangers College, irrespective of their joining in service, and on successful completion of training course, candidates shall be appointed as ranger if they pass with the higher standard certificate. So, my lord, even the year of recruitment is not relevant. What is relevant is the merit position of the trainee. Now, having regard to this, my lord, their challenge now, the challenge which we have laid to the OM, that has to be upheld, my lord. Now, what we have done, my lord, there are some intervening developments that I'll have to place. Now, my lord will kindly come to page 69.
Page 69.
Yes. This is a communication by the PCCF to the government in the forest department. As per the recruitment,
Yes.
page 69, Annexure 17, 1st of December 2005. As per the recruitment rule of the forest rangers in Assam Forest Manual Volume 2, forest rangers training, obtaining honors certificate, securing more than 75% in aggregate were appointed as forest ranger grade 1 as grades, where they are in the rank of forest rangers prior to 64 pay commission. The trainee obtaining higher standard certificate securing between 55 to 80, 75% in aggregate were appointed as forest ranger grade 2. The trainee obtaining lower standard certificate securing 52 were appointed as deputy ranger only. From the above, it is clear that seniority of forest rangers were fixed as per the merit list of the forest rank college from which the trainee completed their 2 years forest rangers course. In the advertisement notice by the APSC, issued by the APSC, calling application for appointment of forest ranger, the condition of appointment of those successful candidates with higher standard certificate in forestry as forest rangers and other with lower standard as deputy ranger is included in para, it should be 16C. And this shows that seniority of direct recruit forest rangers are fixed on the basis of merit list prepared by the college. Accordingly, the seniority of the forest ranger direct recruit were fixed as per the final merit list of the course since its inception up to the batch of 1988-90, copies of appointment letters are annexed. But due to anomaly, the seniority of 89-91 batch in gradation list of forest ranger have been fixed on the basis of their date of joining in the department, which is to be rectified as per the final merit list of the college, and this was mentioned in their appointment letter also. Therefore, the revised gradation list of forest ranger is submitted herewith, fixing seniority of 89-91 batch as per the final merit list of the college, and this may kindly be approved. So, in between, my lord, government wanted to resile from that practice. But till that, my lord, the service rule is not there. Then, my lord, will kindly come to page number 85. This is an affidavit with the state filed in, my lord, 6723 of 13 in their petition. Please come to para 5. Has your lordship's got
Yes,
it?
yes.
That while denying the correctness of the averments made in paragraphs 4, 5, and 6 of the petition, the answering deponent, other than admitting the facts which are on record, humbly states that OM dated 2012-05 issued by Secretary Government of Assam, Environment and Forest Department, by which it was ordered that inter-state seniority of forest rangers appointed as per merit list of Assam Public Service are not to be fixed in order of preference as per the select list of APSC with effect from 1/4/86. which was otherwise kept in abeyance by the government-wide notification dated 8206, as it was not in consonance with the rules in the appointment order of the petitioners by government-wide notification dated so-and-so, whereby the inter alia this a fixed seniority of appointee was based on the merit list of the final examination conducted by the training institute. The statement of the instant petitioner that said OM is holding the field till that is not based on record, more particularly as the same was kept in abeyance by the government by notification stated above, that is 8206, so and so, and hence the said OM is not in force. More so, it violates the provisions of the clauses of the appointment order issued by the government, which is therefore ultra vires. So in an earlier litigation, government has already taken a stand that all throughout it is the merit position of the my lord training course which is decisive in determining seniority. Then my lord will kindly come to page 93.
Yes.
My lord, 2012-05 is the OM by which the government wanted to say that seniority will be determined based on APSC list. And that was apparently kept in abeyance by this 8th of February 2006 OM. Now, my lord will kindly come to page number 98. That is what we have challenged.
Page number?
Page 98. That is what has been put to challenge in this case. In supersession of its department's earlier notification issued by 8206, Governor is pleased to decide that inter-se seniority of the forest rangers appointed as per merit list of APSC shall be fixed in order of preference indicated in the merit list of APSC. So this is understood. So my lord, 2012-05, they wanted to say that APSC list will determine. Then my lord, on 8206, that was kept in abeyance. Now by 11th of February 2020 notification, that 2012-05 was sought to be revived. Then when we made a challenge, and now this is understood. So this is the one part of the challenge. Now my lord, from the case law cited, of course, there was a rule. That was a case where there was a rule. In our case, my lord, there is an executive instruction. My lord, which is there? My lord, there is no scope of overriding one executive instruction by another. And the service rule is not framed yet. And my lord, I'll press into service that decision of the Supreme Court in my lord, Suresh Nathan's case, where if a past practice is consistent with the rule, then that should be preferred. The past practice, as appears from the letter of the PCCA, which was addressed to the commissioner, that all throughout the practice is up till 89-90 batch was to fix seniority based on so and so. And my lord, how on earth, having gone through the advertisement, having participated in the selection process, now they can resign from that? So this is one ground of challenge. In my humble submission, my lord, the issue stands settled. Now let us come to the second point. Just Suresh Nathan, I am giving that citation, my lord. I am not reading that. Lordship knows that. That is 1992 Supplementary 1 SCC 584, paragraph, my lord, 4. Sorry, my lord. Paragraph 4 and 5. That says, my lord, if a past practice is consistent with the, my lord, one of the way of interpreting could be making it consistent with the rule, then that past practice should be accepted. And on the face of the, my lord, conduct, on the face of the facts, I don't think the other side can take a plea that that can be resiled from. Now, coming to the second ground of challenge, there is no dispute that 18 posts were advertised. And by the first order, 18 were appointed, and petitioner number 1 and 3 in the present petition were definitely appointed subsequently. Now, my lord, going by that Supreme Court's order, assuming we are appointed later on, the end of the day, seniority will be determined based on the merit position in the selection result test. Now, there are as many as, my lord, WPC 4948 of 2020, then WPC 4294 of 2020, then my lord, WPC 1148 of 2021. Let my learned friend show that in any of these writ petition there is a pleadings. There is no pleading. Now Lordship is hearing the matter finally. So today Lordship will take a call whether pleading is required or not. My lord, I am relying on that 1988 4
So there is no pleading regarding what?
nothing, no whisper. And look at the amount, my lord. We were recruited in the year 1989 and challenge is when? 2020, after 21 years.
So there are as many as 5 writ petitions here,
Huh.
correct?
One
So-
only by us.
4942 is by you.
Yes,
By
the
your-
rest are all by them.
Yeah, why so many petitions?
Lordship, the first writ petition challenging was on the promotion of the respondents.
Hmm.
The second writ petition was for implementation of the OM with 11/2/2020.
Hmm.
Fourth, the third writ petition was for challenge to the OM, Your Lordship, dated 7/11/2020. And the last writ petition, Your Lordship, 1148, is to, for a direction of the Honorable Court. Any subsequent promotion rules are provided. Was,
Is there an interim order to stay subsequent promotion?
there was subject to the outcome of the writ petition. That entire matter, item number 5, was the last item taken up by this Honorable Court,
Hmm.
which takes into account all the facts. It's subject to that, and the matter was issued. Said that object.
All right, have you prepared any written submission? It's filed already.
No, Your Lordship had.
All right.
My lord, my humble submission is on the second limb of my learned friend's argument.
Hmm.
Pleading is a must, number one, and number two, delay. 21 years, my lord. My lord, Supreme Court is very strict on that. My lord, as long as, my lord, third party right is not created, that's a gray area. But the moment some third party right is created, then, my lord, at least there has to be a good explanation why at that. True, my lord, in the 226 proceeding, it's an inherent power of the court. It's a constitutional remedy. Therefore, a limitation act may not, my lord, bar this exercise of jurisdiction. Even then, my lord, the Supreme Court in lot many cases, it is only in case of 21 and 29, my lord, where Supreme Court, of course, now it has been referred that judgment is, my lord, under, reserved. We do not know what view Honorable Supreme Court takes. Otherwise, my lord, right from Moti Chand, Tilak Chand, to all these cases, my lord, where Supreme Court has said, delay is fatal.
Okay, what are the ground?
Yes, now my lord will kindly come to the judgment for this point where when there is no pleading, then it cannot be gone into.
No, that's right, that's.
Yes, not just my lord, 1988 4 SCC, page 534, para 13. That in a writ petition, my lord, pleading is of utmost importance. A distinction has been made between a pleadings in the suit and a plaint and a writ petition. Para 13 at page 542. Para 13.
Yes.
As has been already noticed, although the point as to profiteering by the state was pleaded in the writ petition before the High Court as an abstract point of law, there was no reference to any material in support thereof, nor was the point argued at the hearing of the writ petition. Before us also no particulars, no facts have been given in the special writ petition or in the writ petition or any affidavit, but the point has been sought to be substantiated at the time of hearing by referring to certain facts stated in the said application by HSIDC. In our opinion, when a point which is ostensibly a point of law is required to be substantiated by facts, the party raising the point, if he is in the writ petitioner, must plead and prove such fact by evidence which must appear from the writ petition, and if he is a respondent from the counter affidavit. If the facts are not pleaded, or evidence in support of facts, such facts is not annexed to the writ petition, or to the counter affidavit as the case may be. Court will not entertain the point. In this context, it will not be out of place to point out in this regard, there is a distinction between pleadings under the Code of Civil Procedure and a writ petition or a counter affidavit. While in a pleading, that is in a plain or a written statement, the facts and not evidence are required to be pleaded. In a writ petition or in a counter affidavit, not only the facts, but also evidence in proof of suspects have to be pleaded and annexed. So the point that has been raised before us by the appellant is not entertainable. But in spite of that, anyway, that's a different thing. So the law is, my lord, essentially they will have to plead. Now, my lord, there are 5 proceedings before lordships. In none of the proceedings they have raised this point. Therefore, my lord, I am dealing with this point, second limb of the argument by relying on 3 points. First, my lord, there is a delay and delay is fatal. Number 2, there is no pleadings. And number 3, most importantly, even if assuming, my lord, my year of recruitment is not same, eventually the seniority will be determined based on the result of the training. And eventually one of the petitioner failed in 3 subjects, one petitioner failed in. Sahadat Ali has retired. I think Kukhal Kumar Deka, he's in service. He also failed in 1. So he, going by the advertisement, he could not have been appointed as a ranger. He could have been appointed as a deputy ranger. So that being the position, my lord, the OM which we have challenged perhaps cannot withstand judicial scrutiny. And my lord, the writ petition filed by the other side is liable to be.
So this OM seeks to give retrospective effect.
Also,
Huh?
naturally, when they want to do away with 8206, naturally they would like to revive 2012-05.
But what happens, you are for the department? How can 11 February 2020 OM take away the vested rights conferred under 8/2/2006
Yes.
with retrospective effect? It does not say so that it will be applicable with retrospective effect. No, you can't. This is not the way.
So much because these are
They are fed up of court orders.
what happened when in one they had the Ashok Gevshow teams, they had a review application because one court they have not given any chance. They made to sit down and that OM was revived.
Then that order has been reviewed.
That has been reviewed. That is the situation, madam.
Acha, honorable court says you sit down and then order was passed.
I had to, you know, I can point out, man. I was, and madam, considering all the cases that, and also.
So that's okay, but now that you stand up today,
Yes, madam.
Yeah, I have an
please,
Shall I have
Mr. Gogoi, just
Shall I have
1
a-
minute. We are trying to see that the confusion can be handled. Please listen, please listen. What I am asking you is 11th February 2020 notification seeks to do away with all conferments or vested rights
Ah.
under 8/2/2006. Are you defending this notification or is your stand that do whatever you want? No, listen. If you are defending this, then you have to first, you see, this is the root cause of all controversy.
Yes.
So what is your stand of the department on a legal point? Have you put it on record? Hmm.
We stand by the original petition. Petition asks training.
Then you are taking two contradictory stand. This notification of 11 February is on the North Pole and your stand in the affidavit is in the South Pole. This says inter se seniority will be done on the basis of merit list of APSC. And your affidavit says it will be done on the as per the merit position in the training college. No, Mr. Gogoi, you are perhaps not understanding the seriousness of the issue. It is for the department to give a clear stand to the court. You can't just You can't just blow hot and cold at the same time. Hmm.
Building on the draft rules. 11, 2020.
Subsequently by different.
It has been kept in abeyance.
Yes.
So this writ petition becomes infructuous then? This has become infructuous, we'll close it
I
then.
was not aware, man.
I was
You are
about
not
to-
aware.
It's in the last,
After the investigation happened, we continued.
no, before that review happened, first in February, then the review.
Otherwise, I'll try.
All right, please hand it over. Please hand it over. Mr. Chaudhary, we'll close this then. We'll close this. And
My lord, বাকি কিতাব আমি পার্টি আসুন না
আছে, আছে।
Okay, I'm responding in the other case, then I.
Yes.
প্রথমখনত নাই।
no, what we'll do is, you
Yes.
see, what happens is passing orders without looking into the whole thing creates more confusion for the department and for everyone. So if they've kept this in abeyance, we'll close this by giving liberty to your
Liberty.
clients to approach once again. As far as the other matters are concerned, you file your synopsis only on these 4 cases, give it to the court. And Mr. Chaudhary, you can also ask your,
I'll give it by day after tomorrow.
yes, then we will, maybe after a week, we can, in a very focused manner,
Huh.
look at the surviving issue.
Yes,
Because now the government has also withdrawn the stand. So therefore.
that
we
means
will ask-
earlier practice revives,
Yes.
pending finalization.
Because of this order,
Yes, sir.
please examine it,
Yes.
because next date we'll close the arguments.
Yes, in fact, your lordship, this order was already taken into account when the last review was conducted. The part
All
of
right, taken into account and closing the matter is
Yes.
different. You, in this item,
item number 4. your
WPC number
4942.
4942 of 2020, you write had Mr. K.N. Chaudhary and senior counsel assisted by Ms. R. Das, R. Kakoti, learned counsel for the writ petitioners. Also had Mr. D. Gogoi, learned standing counsel Forest Department Assam, Ms. P. Sharma, learned standing counsel APSC, and Mr. M.K. Sharma, learned counsel appearing for the private respondents. The challenge, the challenge in this writ petition is to the notification dated 11/2/2020 issued by the Commissioner and Secretary to the Government of Assam, Environment and Forest Department, whereby it was notified that the inter-se seniority position of the forest rangers appointed as per merit list of APSC shall be fixed in order of preference indicated in the merit list of Assam Public Service Commission. So, according to the petitioners, the notification runs counter to the prevailing practice in the department, wherein the inter-se seniority of forest rangers is always fixed as per their merit position secured at the end, on the completion of the training program conducted by the forest, what is this called? Forest?
Assam Forest, Assam Forest College, na?
By the Forest College.
Ah.
Stop, full stop. Today, when the matter is called up, Mr. D. Gogoi, learned standing counsel for the Forest Department, has produced a copy of the notification dated 7/11/2020 to submit that pending finalization of the draft service rules, the impugned notification dated 11/2/2020 has been kept in abeyance until further orders. If that be so, nothing further survives for adjudication in the present writ petition at this point of time. As such, with the consent of learned counsels for all the sides, this writ petition stands disposed of as infructuous. Full stop. The petitioners would, however, be at liberty to approach this court once again, as and when a fresh cause of action arises in this regard. Full stop. As far as the other writ petitions are concerned, you keep a copy of the notification dated 7/11/2020 be retained in the record. As far as the other writ petitions are concerned, here the entire issue is now on the question whether the merit positions could be determined as per that. And secondly, having been appointed in excess of the 18 vacancies, whether they can claim seniority over your clients. So now, in a pinpointed manner, we'll decide this issue. You please file your written submission and also decide on a date. We'll fix this matter.
After about 7 days, my lord.
Can you agree on a date?
Yes, my lord. আজি কিমান তাৰিখ হ'ল?
এনেকে লিখক, sir, heard Mr. M. K. Sharma, learned counsel for the petitioner, has also heard Mr. B.
Let it be on 28th, my lord. Is a 28 is a
Mr. B. Bogart,
Wednesday.
and Standing counsel, Forest Department, Assam,
29th
Sharma.
or 29th is a Thursday.
Mr. K. N. Chaudhary and senior counsel is by Ms. R. Kapil has appeared for the private respondents in this batch of
29.
petitions. First up, in view of the order dated Ajit Dedibo, passed in WPC number 4942/2020, disposing of the writ petition. These matters would now require fresh consideration.
28 লওঁ দিয়া।
These matters would now require consideration on a fresh perspective of the controversy. As such, on the request of learned counsel from both the sides, these writ petitions are directed to be listed
On
for
28th, my
hearing,
lord.
as fixed items on 28,
28.
28 to 2024. Full stop. The learned counsel for all the parties to submit synopsis of their written written arguments indicating the citations relied upon by them within 7 days from today. Take it.
Deep lovely.
My lord asked us to take the instruction, my lord, due to certain difficulties, my lord could not take. I wrote the letter to the joint secretary, but there is no joint secretary now. So my lord, 1 day time, my lord, it can be taken day after tomorrow, my lord.
What is this matter?
Regarding selection and appointment to the post of Assistant Revenue Officer under Karbi Anglong Autonomous Council, my lord. And the father of the two candidates, one of the selected candidate is the member of the interview board. That is the allegation. So my lord, that is so my lord, Thursday or the next Tuesday, my lord, any date, my lord.
We'll have it on 27th. I heard Mr. J. Patwal and counsel for the writ petition, also heard Mr. J. Chutial and standing counsel KASC, who submits that the instructions as called for are still awaited. Therefore, he will be granted time till 27 to 2024 to complete his instruction. Mr. N. Mohantal and counsel for the numbers 8, 9 and 10 is present and does not have any objection. The prayer is in view of the above. List this case again for hearing on 27th.
Yes.
What?
Seven two. প্ৰথম কেছটো কি বাইদেউ 28 তাৰিখে আজি আমাৰ টিমটো আজি স্পৰ্টটো এনেই উঠিও যাব চাগে আজি নহয় জানো সোনকালে অলপ। তাৰ ক্ষেত্ৰত আপোনাৰ কিবা আছে সব জাজ যাব আপোনাৰ মই যিমান জানো সেইকাৰণে চাগে আপোনাৰ আজি অকণ সোনকালে হয়
হয়েছে